Hey YouTube, it's me again. Sorry I haven't been uploading in who knows when, I guess a week or two. Been kinda out of it, and I've been trying to find some new equipment to help me with a couple of issues, but until then, just bear with me. Alright, so this is the review of episode 13. If you haven't watched the episode already, you probably have. But for those who didn't, please go watch out for it, because it's probably going to be a spoiler for you, so you have been warned. Cardfight Vanguard V-Series episode 13. Kamui's Revenge of Determination. At the beginning of the episode, Misaki comes back from outside from, back to Card Capital from trying to catch the Foo Fighter members who got away, and notice that Aichi and Kamui actually left. It's right there. Aichi running after Kamui, trying to understand what's wrong. Kamui reminds Aichi about what he said in the last episode about different Foo Fighter members could possibly even come right back to Card Capital or other card shops, including Voyage. So as soon as they catch this idea, they actually head to Voyage. It's right here. Now, right here in Shop Voyage, Goki is having a match with some other player, and suddenly the doors open with Yahagi Kyo. Yes, Yahagi Kyo, member of Team AL4. Leading two Foo Fighter members, asking who's the strongest card fighter in the shop, like they usually do. Alright. Okay. Kamui and Aichi head to Shop Voyage, and they pretty much rush to the back to see Goki having a card fight with the Vanguard Fighter's glove on against Kyo, taking his last damage and placing it into the damage zone. As you see, he gets shocked. Bad. And he is down. Aichi and Kamui arrive to the back and suddenly see that Goki is down. Goki states to everyone that since he defeated the strong Kyo, what is wrong with me today? Kyo states to everyone since he defeated the strongest card fighter in the shop, it belongs to Foo Fighter. Alright. The Foo Fighter members actually start trying to force the customers to actually put the gloves on until Kamui stops them, saying that he states that he hasn't defeated the strongest card fighter yet in the shop, and not Goki. Alright, so after that, Kamui challenges Kyo, which he says, fine, I'll be your opponent, and if Kamui wins, Foo Fighter has to leave. Kyo tells Kamui that he'll fight under the condition of using the VF gloves, and tosses him a pair. So Kamui actually does hesitate to put them on, because you know what he's seen in the little flashback there. But he does eventually put on the gloves. I mean, Goki is concerned, even though he's still kind of beaten up after what happened. And after that, Kamui's revenge match actually begins. So one thing I want to note here is, in the manga, there's a couple of differences here for whatever reason Bushiro did. I can't really think about it right now. But in the manga, Kyo uses Nubatama instead of Murakumo. like, originally, when they first actually produced the cards, like Dueling Zanbaku, he was printed as Murakuma for whatever reason, which is kind of strange to me. That was a nice little tidbit right there. But back to the game. They already started riding their first vanguards as usual. Kind of like the design here of Kyo, how he pictures himself. Alright, so turn 1, Kamui Riser Custom, and he actually uses the skill to get the first attack. I still personally wouldn't use that skill, but Kyo actually does a damage check and actually does get shocked. Well, obviously VF gloves. Kyo's turn. He rides Million Rat and draws a card because of Cat Devil's skill, and attacks Kamui, who declares a no guard. Kyo doesn't get a trigger, but Kamui does a damage check, and he, after a long time, receives a shock. Question: would Vanguard's fighters' gloves count as weapons? Does it count as a weapon? Let me know in the comment section below. Kamui's turn. He rides High Power Riser Custom, and with his skill Superior calls Battle Razor from the Soul. And calls 3 more rear guards to rush Kyo. Kyo actually guards 2 of the attacks, and actually does take 1 damage. Kyo's turn. He rides into Fushimi and then calls Million Rat and uses its skill to call another Million Rat from the deck. So basically Shadow Clone Jutsu, if you've ever watched Naruto. Fushimi has the weird ability that you don't really see that much anymore, where it can attack a unit in the back row, which is pretty interesting. During the drive check, he gets a critical and gives it to Million Rat, and with a boost from the back row Million Rat, it attacks Kamui's vanguards, and Kamui does take double the shock power. 2,000. That looks bad. So as you see, as the anime actually does go on, it actually does get more intense. Alright, so right now we have a damage 2-3, so Kyo's in the lead by 1 point. On Kamui's turn, obviously he's gonna ride into Perfect Razor. I want to say those days where he actually rides Ashura Kaiser, but I guess that's not meant to be anymore. And gets Imaginary Gift Excel. He calls Burst Riders to the Excel Circle. Kamui goes for a series of attacks, managing to put Kyo up to 4 damage. And while the damage is actually racking up, he's getting the shock of his life. With more damage to come, Aichi does explain why, because a Perfect Razor skill giving Kamui like 3 more attacks in a row, like you, just in case you didn't know, Perfect Razor swings, use a skill, stand up 2 of your rear guards. Using it in a combo with Riser Custom, got a booster there. Just in case you didn't know. So where was I? Kamui does attack a Million Rat with one of the Burst Risers, still making it hard for Kyo. So the other Burst Riser actually attacks, putting Kyo at 5. With Kamui's last attack, he plans on ending it right then and there, but Kyo actually does guard it. And now here's the other funny thing. This is an animation area. I don't know if you rolled up his sleeves or whatever, but what can you do? Alright. Kyo states that since he wasn't able to finish him off last turn, the game is pretty much over. Starting his turn, Kyo rides Dueling Dragon Zanbaku. This little screw over here, him. He's gonna be scary. Giving out the Excel gift. Then he calls Left Arrestor, then uses Zanbaku's skill. Soul Blast 1. And call the other Arrestor. He even calls Musashi. And, if I'm not mistaken, yes, Zanbaku actually does get 5k. Putting him at 17, as you can see on the screen. At this point, Kamui thinks that he has nothing to worry about, and Goki does try to warn him about the skill, but he's a little bit too late. One thing I actually really do like here is that the point where they're arresters, so they basically cuffed him. 3 chains bind Perfect Razor because of Zanbaku's skill. Zanbaku can stop you from writing if you have right and left arrestor present on the board. And right arrestor, if you have the left arrestor, you can stop your opponent from standing the vanguard. So, in a way, you can't do crap with your vanguard. What makes it worse is the fact that you can't even increase your hand during with drive checks. Kyo then attacks with left arrestor. On the Excel burst riser, so that way he can loosen the attack power. Kamui does intercept. Then Zanbaku attacks the vanguard like most of the time. I'm just gonna say this is actually kind of redundant after a while. There's a double trigger here, like always. He gets a critical, then gives the power to Musashi. The critical stays with Zanbaku, and then after he gets a front trigger, giving the whole row 10,000 power, with Kamui taking 2 damage, which actually does put him at 5. Crazy freaking power-ups all day. Kamui actually does manage to get a front of his own to increase his defense. But still, remember, he's taking 2 damage. You're getting double the shock right there. I kind of feel bad that a little kid's actually getting shocked. Even if it is an anime character. Alright, so Musashi swings in with 42,000 power. Kamui does manage to perfect guard it, but Musashi has a skill where you actually need 2 cards in order to complete the guard, so Kamui does drop it grade 3. I really like how aggressive how everything's going here. And I actually think I would have did the same thing in real life. Kamui's final attack with left arrestor goes for the vanguard. With his skill, he gets 5,000 power. So it becomes... So because of the front trigger, it also its total right there is 24,000. And with the boost from Million Rat, it's 32,000. Kamui actually guards with a 15k shield. And Kyo ends his turn right then and there. So they do this thing where it's pretty much more story driven. Just for the sake of the video, they pretty much skip Kamui's turn. Kamui does his final damage check, and it's not a trigger. Kamui loses and gets the shock of his life once again. And he's out with his friends actually worried, coming to see if he's fine, and that's not the case here. I mean, he's not dead. He is not dead, thank God. So he's out. Kyo states that Kamui is weak, and his cards are pretty much worthless. So here's the thing, what you don't really see nowadays like that in card game anime. The bastard literally tosses his cards and actually scatters them all over there. I mean, all over everywhere, honestly. He is a douche. Oh god, you bastard. Nagisa does try to pick up his cards, and Aichi comes near Nagisa and pretty much says, you don't have to pick up his cards, and looks in Kyo's direction, says that's Kyo's job and he's gonna pick them up. Aichi is pissed. So he's actually gonna go fight Kyo, and just whoever wins, well, Kyo does have to leave, and at the same time he has to pick up Kamui's cards. Kyo agrees to do whatever Aichi says if you can actually beat him. So Aichi lays Kamui against the wall, giving him his jacket, telling him it's okay, and after that he's actually going to put on the VF gloves. So the episode ends here at the start of their fight, which we have to wait for another week. So we have to wait for another week to see what's happening here. So it's going to be Aichi versus Kyo in the V series. Either way, guys, I hope you come watch my next video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys later. Sorry for the late review.